Hello everyone, I am Saubhagya Nayak. My presentation topic is Customer Experience and Value Creation. Customer experience is how a customer feels about a brand over the time. It is the result of multiple interaction key have with the business across different teams and touches points, providing an unified experience to the customers across all their engagement with brands in a powerful way to improve the customer experience, set business apart from the competition, and encourage repeat purchase. Customer experience. The meaning of customer experience is customer experience is the sum of all interactions that a customer has with an organization over the life of the relationship with the company or with the brand. The customer experience is depending upon the personal behavior of the customers. Customer experience is a totally of cognitive, affective, sensory, and behavioral consumer response during all the stages of consumption process, including the pre-purchase consumption and the post-purchase stages. Customer will feel the experience depending upon the usages and the after sale services, how they get those products. Characteristics of customer experience. Perspective. It defines entirely by the customer, not the solution provider. The customer experience is entirely derived by the customer's behaviors, how the customer will feel about the product. Hence, it will not provide any solution to the production department. Preventive gravitates towards the easiest methods to get an solution that addresses customer needs. Duration from which the customer become aware about the needs until it exists. There may be many product, but the customer will come to know the experience only after the usage of that product. Dynamic evolve with the customer context, the purpose and circumstances of their needs are overall experience. It is different from the customer experience in one person to another person. Choice. It built on trust and mutual respect. Variety shares of budget is more important than loyalty. The customer experience will help to the production department, because if the customer will get the most experienced product, the usable product, they will going to buy again and again. Hence, it will build on the trust and mutual respect between the customer and the producers. Multifaceted. It measured by the functional and emotional judgment. The customer experience is measured by the social and personal judgment related to the customer expectations. Operational customer experience is shaped by all the contributors to an organization process and policies. According to the customer experience, the organization have to create the policies and procedures like the pricing policies. Customer compare and compare and compare. There are many products in the organization, but the customer will always compare those products with other products. If they are benefited by those products and if they get the more customer experience, then they are going to purchase them. Steps to build the customer experience. There are various steps to build the Customer experiences. First step is discover. Before we start to develop a customer experience, the customer experience leads should uncover how the brand is currently experienced by the customers and how and what the vision is for the future. Research your current position of the current customer. First step in a customer experience initiative is to perform the situational analysis by asking the qualitative and quantitative research, including in depth consumers and employee stakeholders, interviewing the survey, web analysis, data and user studies. Analyze business mission, value, and process. Views of your organization mission, values, and process in the first step in restricting operations to align with a successful customer experience strategy. It will help to the business for the accomplishment of the mission, values, and the process. Align business process with the customer experience opportunities. View of your business enables the operative to restructure the goals to create the lasting values through a customer experience strategy. Identifying barriers in reaching the objective and defines how the customer experience starts. Map your customer journey. Collecting and analyzing the customer's data will be provide the critical insight into your company's existing and target customers. It will help to know the existing and the target customer of the company based in terms of the needs, wants and moment of the truth. Analyze your competitors, market and industry. It is important to know your competitors and what experience they offers. Use both internal and external resources to reach the competitive and market threats and to gain an overview of the current competitive landscape and market environment strategy will accomplish the objectives. Define the goals and SMART objectives. The next step is to analyze all the insight gained about the current states to create a series of compelling strategic goals and objectives that will serve as a foundation of the customer experience strategy. If we define the goals and the SMART objectives, it will become the foundation for the customer experience strategy. Develop your customer experience strategy. Now the vision has been established for the your customer experience. Goals have been created and SMART objectives are in place. It's final time to develop your strategy to answer the next important question like how do we get there? By importing the question, we will come to get the answer of how we can get there by reaching the customers. Measure your strategy to understand if a customer experience strategy is a success as well as where and how to make the important. You must develop a strategy to measure the success. The measurement strategy should use the metrics to track the data sources. It's a very important to measure the strategies by the various processes. Optimize your customer experience strategy. Customer experience strategy is not something that's set and done. The customer experience cannot be calculated by the production or the business organization. It is fully depending on the customer experience about the product. It's an ongoing process and it will never ending the process. With a measurement strategy in place, executive should revisit the customer experience strategy and regularly look for the way to manage and optimize effort. Customer experience strategy can be affected by many factors. Customer value creation. Customer value is very important because the meaning of customer experience is the perception of what a product or service is worth to a customer versus the possible alternatives. Worth means whether the customer feel she or he got the benefit and services over what she or he paid. It is the value that the customer is going to pay for the particular product, whether it is above the price or below the price. Value has a different meaning for the different people. For the customer, the benefit of the product is the value. For the company, the satisfaction of the customer and number of customers getting attached to them. The customer value of a brand has become the deciding factor of the market shares and shareholders' value of every company. And because of this reason, the companies are focusing more on creating customer value. The customer value is very important. The importance of customer value are know the value deriving factors for the customers. Knowing about what customer wants and working on the same way, it will help you attract the more customers. By knowing the customers wants and working on the same, it will improve the production and also profit. This can be done by the survey and polls. Customer value creation is applicable in all the field. Customer value creation is applicable in all the field like business, service, education, etc. So one should always focus on customer value creation as much as identification and segmentation of customer. As per the various demographic and geographical aspect, it is very important to clearly understand what customer will benefit from the product or services. Depending upon the geographical and demographic areas, the production should be made and the production department should see whether the customer of those areas are benefited by them. Knowing the value proposition, understanding the need of the customer and what brand offers for them is very important. A customer benefit is calculated exactly the purchasing cost. Make the right decision. Customers' value directly affect the reputation and profit of every company. So, planning and implementation of the strategy is very important. The right decision will helpful for the organization. Investment on most valuable customer. Actually, some part of the profit to be invested on the valuable is good way of the creating customer value. This make them happy and helps to retain them as well as the customers. By giving some portion of the profit to the customer value creation, it is very important. There are various steps in customer value creation. First step is understand what drives value for the customer. By talking to them and making the survey and watching their action and the reaction, the company can come to know the What drives the value for the customer? In short, capture the data to understand what is important to know your customer and what appropriates you help to know them. Next topic is the understanding your value proposition. The value of the customer receive is equal to the benefit of the product or service minus its cost. What actually cost of the product minus the customer receive is equal to the benefit of the product or the service is minus from its cost. What value does your product or services create for them? What does it cost them in terms of price plus any auxiliary cost of ownership or usage? Third step is identifying the customers and segments where are you can create more value relative to competitors. Different customer will have the varying perception of your value relative to your competitors based on geographical proximity. For example, a product attributed that one segment may find particularly attractive, but it may not be attractive to each and every segment. Create win-win price. Set a price that make it clear that the customer is receiving value but also maximize your take satisfied customer that perceive lot of value in your offerings are usually willing to pay more, while unsatisfied customers will have even at a low price. Last step in the customer value creation is focus investment on most valuable customers. Disproportionately allocate your sales force, marketing dollars and research and development investment towards the customer and segment that you can best serve and will provide greatest value in returns. Allocate your growth capital towards the new product and a solution that serves your best customer for can more customers that are similar to your best customer. The conclusion of this topic is the customer experience and value creation are very important for the benefit of both the customers and the business activity. It helps in improving the profit of the business organization. Thank you.